For more than 60 years, the United States Air Force trained its pilots on the same aircraft. The T-38 Talon first flew in the early 1960s, long before stealth fighters, digital cockpits, or networked warfare even existed. While it served well for decades, modern air combat has changed faster than the Talon ever could. Fighter jets today are smarter, stealthier, and more complex than anything pilots faced in the past. To meet this new reality, the Air Force needed a completely new training aircraft. That aircraft is the T-7A Red Hawk. Recently, the U.S. Air Force officially accepted its very first T-7A Red Hawk, marking a major turning point in pilot training. This is not just a replacement aircraft. It represents a full shift in how pilots will be trained for future wars. The arrival of the first Red Hawk at Joint Base San Antonio Randolph allows instructors to begin hands-on testing, refining training programs, and shaping the future of American air power. The T-7A Red Hawk was developed by Boeing and Saab using advanced digital engineering. Unlike older aircraft that were designed with physical prototypes, the Red Hawk was largely built in the digital world first. Engineers created a full virtual version of the aircraft, tested it, modified it, and solved problems before metal was ever cut. This approach reduced development time and allowed the aircraft to be designed with future upgrades in mind. At first glance, the T-7A looks different from older trainer jets. Its sleek design, wide wings, and single engine give it a modern appearance that feels closer to a frontline fighter than a training aircraft. This is intentional. The Red Hawk is built to prepare pilots for fifth-generation fighters like the F-35 and F-22, aircraft that rely heavily on sensors, data fusion, and situational awareness rather than just raw speed or maneuverability. Inside the cockpit, the difference becomes even more clear. Instead of old-style analog gauges, the T-7A features a fully digital glass cockpit. Large display screens provide flight data, navigation information, and simulated combat systems. The layout is designed to feel familiar to pilots who will later fly advanced fighters. This helps reduce the learning curve and allows pilots to focus on tactics rather than struggling with unfamiliar controls. One of the most important features of the T-7A Red Hawk is its deep integration with simulation technology. Modern air combat is too complex and expensive to train for using live aircraft alone. The Red Hawk allows pilots to fly real jets while interacting with virtual threats, enemy aircraft, and battlefield environments. A student pilot might be flying a real T-7A while facing digitally generated enemy fighters that only exist in the training system. This mix of live flying and virtual combat allows the Air Force to train pilots more efficiently and safely. It also reduces wear on aircraft and lowers operating costs. Pilots can experience high-threat scenarios without the risk or expense of deploying large numbers of real aircraft. This approach reflects how modern warfare is fought, where information, sensors, and coordination matter just as much as speed and firepower. Another major advantage of the T-7A is its software-driven design. The aircraft's systems can be updated over time, allowing new training scenarios, threats, and tactics to be added without redesigning the jet itself. As potential adversaries develop new weapons and strategies, the Red Hawk can evolve alongside them. This ensures the aircraft remains relevant for decades. The Air Force plans to purchase more than 300 T-7A Red Hawks, making it the backbone of pilot training for the future. These aircraft will train generations of pilots who will go on to fly the most advanced combat jets in the world. From the earliest stages of flight training, pilots will be exposed to the systems, thinking, and decision-making required in modern air warfare. The arrival of the first T-7A does not mean the transition will happen overnight. Instructors must develop new syllabi, test procedures, and adapt training methods to take full advantage of the aircraft's capabilities. This process will take time, but it also offers an opportunity to rethink how pilots are trained from the ground up. Beyond training, the Red Hawk also represents a broader shift in military planning. The Air Force is moving toward a more data-driven and efficient force, where training, maintenance, and operations are closely linked through digital systems. The lessons learned from developing the T-7A are expected to influence future aircraft programs as well. In many ways, the Red Hawk symbolizes the future of air power. It is not just about flying faster or higher. It is about managing information, coordinating with other platforms, and making decisions in complex, contested environments. By training pilots in this mindset from the very beginning, the Air Force hopes to maintain its edge in an increasingly competitive world. As global air forces modernize and rival nations develop advanced fighters of their own, pilot training becomes just as important as the aircraft themselves. A well-trained pilot can make the difference between success and failure in combat. The T-7A Red Hawk is designed to ensure that future pilots are not just capable, but fully prepared for the realities of modern aerial warfare. With the first aircraft now in service, the journey has begun. The T-7A Red Hawk is more than a new jet. It is a statement about the future of pilot training, the future of air combat, and the future of the United States Air Force.